Hi, this is our third example of finding intercepts. So let's begin with this. Let's find our x-intercepts. So again, remember the general form is that the x-intercepts occur when y is 0. So let's proceed with that idea. So I'm going to write 0 equals x minus 1 squared plus 1. And I'm going to just solve by the square root method because it's already is written as a perfect square. So I'll subtract 1 from both sides. So I have negative 1 equals x minus 1 squared. Then I take the square root of both sides. And, whoa, the square root of negative 1, we learned earlier that that's just I. It's the imaginary, it's the complex number, and that's the imaginary component. And then I have an x minus 1. So let's add 1 to both sides, and I get 1 plus or minus I equals x. Well, here's the question, or the conundrum. I like that. The conundrum is we cannot graph. We cannot graph complex numbers. I'm going to bring this up here. Complex numbers on an XY graph. There's no place for the I. So, whoa, what is the math telling us? So, this is kind of strange. Well, let's take a look at this. If I was to graph this, and I'm going to actually, let's take a look. And notice that the parabola is already written in standard form for us. And it has the vertex. Notice that the vertex we can take from, since it's in standard form, we can just take from these numbers. So our vertex is the point 1, comma 1. So if I was to go over 1 and up 1, that's my vertex. And this parabola will actually open outward, up. So what the math is telling us is that it doesn't even cross the x-axis. That's what it means. That's math way. That's the mathematics way of it telling us that the answer, or that the parabola does not cross the x-axis. And so that's all you can ask. And right is, we'll just write this: the parabola is above, we'll come down here, is above the x-axis and never crosses it. Never crosses the x-axis. Wow, so that's what happens there. And then the last one is to find our y-intercept, and this one is nice because all we have to do is just put x is 0, and then we'll find the y value. So we have y equals 0 minus 1. We square it, we add 1, and we get 2, which if you look at our picture up here, it's probably about right. So I have a y-intercept is at 0, comma 2. And that's how you find the intercepts of the parabola. Thanks for watching.